Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bitch and Brainstorm podcast. This is a special edition episode with our guest, Tracie Root, who is from the Gather community. Tracie is going to be part of our Elevate Your Coaching Business Summit happening on January 17th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. for you East Coast people. Tracie is all about community. And we're going to be talking about how community can help you increase your sales in your coaching business. So, Miss Tracie, can you please introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do?
Yes. Well, you said a bunch of it, but I will say that I live in California. I'm in Santa Cruz, California. I know that there's going to be people here from the global community.
Mhm.
And I've been coaching for about 10 years. I have two kids, and when they were very young, I lost their father to cancer, and coaching became kind of the what am I going to do to be the best parent I could be to them
Mhm.
and not have to like work that corporate 9 to 5 and not have any flexibility in our lives.
Mhm.
So it really was such a gift to find this opportunity, but then the chance to do the personal and professional development and the learning that comes along with becoming a coach and having a coach and all of those things were the things that really changed all of our lives, because the ability to ask for and receive help, the ability to see the bigger picture of a community of support, all of those things were completely foreign to me prior to Paul passing and when the kids were tiny. And over the course of years, it's been a decade now. One's going to graduate from high school this year, and I've been able to bring the concept of support and community and that you're not in it alone to them, which has been a huge which is really the big why, right? We all want to support our families and the people around us. So the Gather community started because I wanted to create in-person events here in Santa Cruz. I actually had seen a Gallup poll in like 2017 or so that said Santa Cruz really great with healthy living and exercise and all of these things, and really bad at community,
Hmm.
which was, I know it's interesting, right? And what I figured out, since I was still kind of new to the community myself, was it was very kind of set in its ways in a lot of ways, like, oh, Santa Cruz, hippy dippy, whatever. But really, like, that's what they were, and they weren't other things in some ways. So the expansion of what's possible when you connect with people you don't know and aren't already in your circle was my focus. So I created a space called Gather, where I could do my own workshops. I could rent it out to other people. We had, you know, what do you call it? Chamber breakfasts and networking groups, and my whole, coaching community of friends did events there. And we opened in October of 2019. So 5 months later, we're like, okay, we have to take a break. We thought it was all going to be a couple of weeks come March 2020. And what we realized was that we had no idea when we were going to be able to be in person again. No
Yeah.
one did.
Yeah.
And the gift is the realization that community didn't have to be in person,
Yeah.
that online community and connections and relationships that you can build over Zoom with people all around the world are real relationships, and the communities you can build are real communities.
Yeah.
And so I let the lease go and created the Gather community. And we've been going strong for 3.5 years now, with members all across the country and into Canada,
Mm.
helping each other to know that they have a community to support them when they need it, to share their expertise and their passion and their drive with
Yeah.
as well. And also just even make friends.
Yeah. Well, there's so many communities out there, right? So,
Mhm.
how could someone just determine if they want to add community as part of their business? And then
Their
how do you
business.
even get started with that?
Yeah, I love that, because the thing is we all already have our own communities.
Hmm.
And some are just more structured than others or defined. Many of us who are entrepreneurs, if they're coaches, right? A lot of this is going to be for the coaching summit. You already have a community. You have a client community. You have a community of people that you network with.
Hmm.
You have past clients, you have future clients
Mhm,
and current clients.
mhm,
And you also have people who support you who may not really ever be a client, but they're a fan.
mhm,
And those people, while they might not work with you directly, might be willing to spread the word as well. So when you're creating a community, you want to look at all of these angles
mhm,
because that's like a built-in, you know, it gets to be like sound businessy, but it's like a built-in lead generation factor.
mhm,
You are meeting and building influence, and people are getting to know you when they never met you before, or they don't really understand what you do, or they're not ready for it, and then all of a sudden they are. There's the continuation of a community structure allows all of that evolution to happen in all of the different ways that
mhm.
it can.
Yeah. Do you do you recommend a paid community or a free community when it comes to like when you're starting out and trying to decide if that's something you want to do?
Yeah, that's a great question. I actually kind of have both, but
Mhm.
in a sense, the free community is, it's just like if you have a free workshop or a paid workshop or a
Yep.
free program, that people can just opt in for, or a paid program. There's the commitment of self when you put some money into the game.
Yeah.
And so that's important if
Mm.
change is really going to happen, if their own growth is really going to occur. Now, free community is fine and is great when you're trying to allow people to get to know you,
Yeah.
or to get to know the rest of the community, right? All of the people. For the Gather community, we have 3 different levels of paid membership, but I have a Facebook group full of hundreds of other people,
Mhm.
and a list full of, 1,000+ more people. So all of those people are part of the Gather community, yet
Mhm.
they're not part of the membership,
Yeah.
for lack, so I
Mhm.
think that you need both,
Yeah.
because there's, as we said before, there's always an evolution from
Mhm.
a free person who just joins your Facebook group, who likes what you're doing or thinks you're fun or just got inspired from a speech.
Mhm.
They'll join the Facebook group, and then maybe they'll come to something that's free, and then maybe they want to join the first level of membership, and then maybe they realize that the next level of membership is a great fit for their business.
Mhm.
So there's and you can go backwards and forwards,
Yeah.
not all sideways, but
Yeah.
backwards and forwards. So, it's all valuable
Mhm.
because it's all about connection
Yeah.
and understanding each other and getting what we need from the other people around us.
Mhm. So when you are creating membership, right? So
Yes.
there's a huge difference between community and membership. Can you
Hmm.
just briefly kind of run people through like if they're like they want to have
Well,
both or maybe they want to have one or the other? What's the
I
main
think that I don't think that there's a huge difference. I think there can be a huge difference, but they
thing?
also can be kind of intertwined. For
Mhm.
us, our paid members are the community members who show up frequently and are either receiving support from me as far as promotion and visibility and things for their business, or they're receiving easy opt-ins for things that are otherwise free or that are exclusive to people who are in the paid membership. But that doesn't mean that they're not a community.
Mhm.
And so I think that they actually, the idea that they're different is 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 more is transactional in a way, right? If you're saying the people who have paid money are in a different class than the people who haven't, then you're not really like creating an integrated community of everyone, because the goal is to give everyone what it is that they need
Mhm.
without attachment.
Yeah.
So the people who are not in the paid membership part of the community may come to the once a quarter networking groups and meet the perfect person to help them with whatever.
Mhm.
And that is a great result for the community and just for hanging around, even having not paid. Are you more likely because you are there more consistently and get to talk about yourself more often and all of that in part of the paid membership? Of course, but again, it's wherever you're at and what you need out of being a part of the community. And that's, why we don't really just say, hey, click a membership level, because I want to make sure that people really understand what the benefits are of all of the levels, including the non-paid level,
Yeah.
because it's important to know that we're here to meet you wherever you're at.
Yeah. How do you handle retention in your community? Like what do you do to retain the people that you have? It's so much, easier to keep people than it is to find new people. So,
It is, and it's also the most important thing because it's a lot more likely once someone's there that they'll buy again
Mhm.
if you are engaging them as you are moving along. So really, so engagement is the word. But what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Engagement means that they feel like they're a part of it
Hmm.
and have the freedom to take part or to hang around but still be noticed in a
Hmm.
way, right?
Hmm.
So if you think about going to a big party, like I don't know, like a chamber mixer, right? If it's something everyone can relate to. You go to this thing, it's got 200 people there, and different people are having different conversations. And if you've never been there and you're just like, I don't know anyone here, I'm really uncomfortable, and no one comes up and like welcomes you and asks you about, and engages you, you're probably not going to go again.
Hmm.
So my goal as the founder of the community is to make sure that every person who attends one of our events gets seen, gets their voice in the room, gets to introduce themselves. If it's a networking thing, it might be in a small group, but they still have that opportunity to actually meet some people and not be just some faceless
Hmm.
box on a Zoom screen.
Yeah.
Or yeah, there's a face, but you know
Mhm.
what I mean, right? An
Yeah.
unknown box on the Zoom screen. So engagement and inviting them to be a part of it is is always the main focus.
Yeah.
Come and join us, be a part of it. I hope you'll come. It's free, it's
Mhm.
cheap, it's this, it's whatever. And that way, when people come up for renewal for their paid membership, if they've come to things, they often renew.
Yeah.
If they weren't able to make the time and stuff, and that totally happens and is understandable, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. If they weren't able to make the time to join in and actually participate, then we talk about what that looks like and will they in the future? Do they want to try again? So
Hmm.
we have a conversation about it.
Hmm.
At this point, that's what I'm able to do. When we grow to ginormous numbers in the future as the vision of global domination, if you want to say, just to be funny, the vision of growth of the membership, I personally may or may not have the opportunity to do that, but I'll have a team that that's what we're about. From the heart, asking you if you're getting what you wanted out of the community, and if you're not, how can we help? And if you are, then let's keep it going.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
So, how have you used your community to boost sales in your business?
Well, so as I said, I am a coach,
Hmm.
and we also talked about how the people in your community are potentially current clients, past clients, future clients, etc. So it's like that built-in place to continue to have conversations, to
Hmm.
continue to show up and show them that the things that, for me, the things that I talk about end up being like, I needed to hear that today, right? So those little moments
Hmm.
are consistent.
Hmm.
And therefore, when they're ready to have a longer conversation, whether it's unprompted or prompted by me,
Hmm.
about how we can actually work together as coaching in a coaching relationship, they have a really good understanding of who I am, how I work, my personality, my heart, my desire to support them. And it's very unsalesy that way,
Hmm.
right? Because as we know, it's all about relationships in
Yeah.
business.
Hmm.
That's how we become unsalesy, is by
Yeah.
actually caring for the people that we're having conversations with and having a relationship with them.
Yep. It's we want to do business with people we know, like, and trust, right? And that's
Right.
only through conversations and getting to truly know somebody will they feel like, yeah, you can help me, right?
Yep.
So, mhm.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I am super excited to have you a part of our Elevate Your Coaching Business Summit again. You've been a part of them in part of my summits in the past. So yay for returning
Yay,
summit.
I know. I'm really excited
Woohoo!
about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So where can people find you online?
Well, as I mentioned, I have a free Facebook group for the Gather community. And so you can find that just by searching for the Gather community with Tracie Root.
Mhm.
I also have, business pages and all. I'm on all the platforms. Well, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. I don't do that formerly bird thing. Um, and we are on the web in a couple of different places. I've got tracieroot.com and I've got thegather.community. And really, if you just search me, you're
Mhm.
going to find it on the
All
front
the
page,
things.
front page of Google. You'll find me. So
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for hanging out with me today, and we will see you at the summit.
yes, thank you. Thanks, Elaine. This was super fun.
All right. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.